So today then we've had some more news on who is going to be joining Julen Lopetegui at Wolverhampton Wanderers. As always guys, this is Dave from Talking Wolves, giving you the latest Wolves news. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We did a few days ago, we did a video on the arrival of Lopetegui. I sat down with Spanish journalist Julen Lopetegui to talk about his arrival, what we can expect. And there's a couple of questions that I asked him in regards to coaches, possible directors of football, which we'll talk about as well. And that sort of coincides with some of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about today. But some news broke last night in Spain. Some more news has come about this morning, mainly from Alex Dickin of Birmingham Live and Liam Keane of the Express and Star here in Wolverhampton, about who is going to be joining Lopetegui at Molineux. So we'll start off with the assistant manager. Lopetegui's assistant manager pretty much at all of the clubs he's managed in recent years, Porto, Spain, Real Madrid, and obviously most recently Sevilla, has been Pablo Sanz. And that's no different to Wolves. He's going to be joining Lopetegui at Molineux, a person who had a lot of a decent playing career as a midfielder in Spain, starting his career off at Barcelona B, playing predominantly for Rayo Vallecano, who Lopetegui also played for, so there's no secret on where the relationship between those two had begun. So he's going to be sticking with Lopetegui as the assistant manager at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now moving on to a couple of coaching staff. The first one being Juan Vicente Penado. Now another person that had been coaching alongside Lopetegui at Sevilla. He's had various coaching jobs over the years. He was actually manager of Vallecano a few years ago as well, and had various jobs within the Real Madrid youth system as well. So he's going to be somebody that's joining the coaching staff, as well as Edu Rubio. Now this is one that is quite intriguing, because when I spoke to Julen over the weekend, he said that Lopetegui has various Spanish contacts in England, and Rubio is definitely one of those. He's going to be joining the coaching staff. He's currently assistant manager of West Ham United Women, but he has had various coaching roles in and around English football, most notably with 4 years at MK Dons. He was a senior professional development coach there, where he oversaw the under-18s and under-23s. He also won the under-23s league and cup, which was a successful spell for MK Dons. He also coached and was the assistant manager at Crawley Town a few years ago as well, but has had a lot of experience in his coaching career, predominantly coaching for the Chelsea Men's Academy, Valencia, I'm coaching within the FA, and the Nike Academy as well. So somebody who's got plenty of coaching experience there. Now, one of the most intriguing ones, and the biggest talking point, I would say, from this morning, is that Wolves are also going to be appointing Fran Garagaza. Now, Garagaza is an intriguing one because he spent many, many years as sporting director of Eibar over in Spain. Now, he's got a very good reputation over there, because they did extremely well, rose through the divisions with him as sporting director, with them obviously on an extremely tight budget. One of the headlines from a really good article in The Guardian says that the sporting director explains how the club survived 6 seasons in La Liga when their record signing was just €4 million. He was a big part in Eibar's rise to the top division in Spain and staying there, and he will be joining Lopetegui at Wolves. Now, according to press here in England, he won't be joining the club as a sporting director. That is a big talking point, obviously, with the current situation surrounding Wolves' technical director, Scott Sellers. It was another question I asked Julen as well. Would Lopetegui be bringing some sort of director of football or sporting director with him? Now, like I said, people are suggesting this won't be the case, which I don't really understand, unless it's going to be some sort of handover period between Scott Sellers and Garagaza. I really don't understand what role he will be, unless he's some sort of chief analyst, where he looks at the performances of both players and possible transfers as well. I don't know, but I'll be really intrigued to see what label Wolves put on him when these sort of moves become official. I said it many times, predominantly on our podcast, is when Bruno Lage brought his staff in, a lot of them were given strange role names. this is probably going to be another one of those where they just want Scott Sellers maybe to sound a little bit more important than these guys. But Garza is somebody that is very well thought of over in Spain. And a lot of these players, including Edu Rubio, including Peinaldo, including Sands, all got lots of experience, which is vital for Wolves. It's also said that 2 new fitness coaches will be coming in to join the coaching staff, which is obviously vital. I've said it many times this season. The players don't look fit. They don't look sharp enough. So hopefully that will be a huge plus for the team. And obviously we're having various injury issues as well. And the final one is obviously the situation surrounding Tony Roberts. Now, obviously Tony Roberts joined Wolves alongside Bruno Lage a couple of years ago. And Bruno, I say a couple of years ago, it's only just over a year ago, isn't it? And Tony Roberts had worked with Bruno Lage previously at Swansea, and he actually remained as part of the staff alongside Steve Davis and James Collins. It's pretty well known that he also sorts out the set pieces for Wolves, which is a little bit of a concern because it's been over 12 months since we scored directly from a corner. But apparently Lopetegui is going to give him an opportunity and try and work with him for a few weeks to see the situation surrounding Tony Roberts right now. It'll be an interesting one because obviously when Lopetegui joins next week, it'll be the World Cup break. Tony Roberts is still a coach for the Wales national team as well. So you would assume he'll be going over to the World Cup with Wales. So we'll have to see. Obviously, it depends on how Wales get on in the World Cup. He may well be coming back a little bit earlier than planned, but we'll wait and see what happens with Tony Roberts. But as of right now, those are the staff members we know are going to be joining Lopetegui at Wolves. Pablo Sanz as assistant, Juan Vicente Peinado and Edu Rubio as the first team coaches, and Frank Garza in, at the moment, an unknown role. But I'm sure over the next day or so, we'll find out some more information. It said a couple of these coaching members will be in the UK and be watching tomorrow night's game against Leeds United. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Guys, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you all next time.